historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be in. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in there, break on the football, go make a play, and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether there's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense, everybody wants a piece of that pie.
A good pick up there, 26 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. K'Wan Williams, the one that got him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go, come on.
It's Scarborough again. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run. Probing now early to try and get things done later.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost.
I'm so bad he just dove like that, yo.
Tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now McKinnon, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. The 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
And let's face it, what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
He's got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
In the backfield, standing alone on 2nd and goal is McKinnon. They'll try and run with McKinnon. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. From the 3-yard line once more. Now here's 3rd and goal. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And it'll be intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. The left side throw complete to Adams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
That's fine. Yeah. Inside. Look 58.
This is Scarborough. And he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Caught left side by Cobb. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's Rodgers looking to throw on 2nd down. It's caught outright by Graham. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Two former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers finding his tight end Graham. Packer first down. A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
That's fine. Yeah. Next one.
They run. This is Scarborough. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Bo Scarborough with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Crosby on now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, the good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Yeah, they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. first down. Garoppolo. He finds Taylor, complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big 30-yard play on third.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try to run it with Morris. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Alfred Morris, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Trevor Davis now to return. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words.
Here we go. 58. 319. 58 and on it.
They'll start things on first down with Bo Scarborough. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
We are going.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on third and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Screen play, McKinnon. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Garoppolo to throw on second down. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Garoppolo, 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Well, going deep here for Taylor. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Gold now out to kick it away. Returnable here for Davis. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Blue 58!
On 1st down, Rodgers. His throw caught right around the 6. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The field goal unit on the sideline. They're going to go with 1 second left. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Now Garoppolo throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down. Garoppolo now, first down throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo, eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. The Niners on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Garoppolo now. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The 6-time Pro Bowler, Clay Matthews. And that'll bring up 4th down.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can attempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here's McKinnon. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect. Passer, but when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They run for it with Morris. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. McKinnon. And some room to roam now. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here's Morris. They find some open field here. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Morris. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Alfred Morris with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Gold now out to kick it away. Returnable here for Davis. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at about the 32.
319. All right. 319.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
158.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Caught by Cobb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Rodgers to Cobb. Good for a Green Bay first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Let's go.
Now they'll run it with Scarborough. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
319. Hey. 319.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the Pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now Gold for the extra point. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, He's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Rodgers now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think someone's going to get into QB1s here when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the 2nd person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, 2nd drive, not much better. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. DeForest Buckner. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now Rodgers got to have this one. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll start it on the ground with Morris. And down he goes just beyond the 35. And that pretty move got him some extra space to run. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. They run again with Morris. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts, easier to move the ball.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard. and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad one.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Solomon Thomas in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. To throw on second down, Rodgers. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. The Packers on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
That's fine, yeah.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Uncorks one for Davis. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Box it. 319. Oko, over here. Let's go. 319.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10. And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Hey, come on. I got you. Check. 21. Go ahead.
They run once more with McKinnon. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.